This sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following. The Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 30 area McDonald's restaurants today. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com or genesisofelgonquin.com. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. Tom the Plumber, service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com.
It is Crosstown Classic Night. Elgin High School playing host to the Larkin Royals here at Chesbrough Field House. It's going to be me, Ben Erickson, alongside Ryan Lewin for this one. And Ryan, both teams are warming up down there on the floor. Elgin, Larkin, it should be a good one tonight. All bets are off the table when you play against your Crosstown rival.
Yep, one of the biggest rivalries, if not the biggest rivalry in high school basketball between the Elgin Maroons and the Larkin Royals. Both teams had this game marked on the calendar, and it's set to begin. It's coming up soon.
A lot of history between these two teams. You take a look at the conference standings. Larkin is 7-8, and it's been a tough one for Elgin. They are just 1-14. So, well, we've got a minute. This game is brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. We certainly appreciate Bear Family McDonald's for being with us all season long. In fact, this is their 4th and 5th year with us. And we are excited to bring you Crosstown Classic action here. It is February 3rd, 2023, so call it 23-23. It should be Michael Jordan Day.
It is Michael Jordan Day, and it's the only day that it will be Michael Jordan Day.
So that's the way it is here from Elgin High School, Chesbrough Field House. A lot of history in this particular venue, which would have opened up in the 1972-1973 school calendar year. Larkin High School, of course, opening in 1962. And we're going to set the stage here. I think we're going to get the national anthem and take a look at some of the players down there on the floor as well. Elgin, of course, wearing the traditional cream and maroon colored jerseys. Not white, it's cream officially. And Larkin High School are going to be wearing the Road Royal blue jerseys with the red trim. Again, a pretty even season so far for Larkin. Just about 500 in conference play, 7-8 on the season. They are 13-13 overall. Elgin is 1-14, 8-20 overall. We're getting our starters here for Larkin High School. Mia Carter will start for them, as will Sinai McPherson, Athena Arianis, 25, Gabrielle Plouch, and Bailey Johnson, the 1,000-point-plus career scorer for the Larkin Royals, will also start for them. Now, the starting lineup for your Elgin Maroons. Izzy Vanello is going to come off the bench there wearing number 1. Number 2, Trinity Evans is next. Lucky number 13, Alyssa Weissep. It's going to be followed by 15, Isabella Castro. They call her Izzy. And number 30, Jocelyn Bardesi. Those are your starters for both of these teams. Again, it's Elgin and Larkin. Crosstown action coming your way. Boys varsity action following this game at approximately 7:30 p.m. So we certainly thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. And Ryan, when the Crosstown Rivals get together, you never know who could be watching all around the country, which is kind of neat. A lot of alumni all around the country.
And don't forget about scouts. So
that's right.
No matter what, you got to play to your hardest because every game matters in high school, and it's a experience no one can forget. So you got to make the best of it.
Got it. On top of the Upstate 8 Conference for girls basketball is Glenbard South, followed by Aurora East. We always call them East Aurora. Both of those teams have 14-1 records, followed by Glenbard East 13-2. South Elgin, we know them, 9-6. All right, here we go.
As we're set for tip-off, Elgin coming in this game, coming off a loss from Glenbard South. As we begin play,
Royals control it. That's Mia Carter with it. Dribbles with the right. Dishes off. And finds Gabrielle Plouch. And now into the hands of Sinai McPherson. Bailey Johnson rattles around. No. Rebound and fouled is 24, Athena Arianes. Hope I'm saying her name right. She's going to go to the line for our first charity tosses of the evening. Our cameras are positioned a little bit lower than usual, so we got kind of a different look here tonight, Ryan.
Yes, we do. And Larkin doing really good. They have a 7-4 away record this season, 5th in the Upstate 8, and a home record of 3-7. So definitely have the advantage for themselves coming into this game.
This game being produced entirely by high school students from South Elgin High School. Outside of my old bones being here, it's all teenagers pushing the buttons. And the next one on the way, you see it is good, and you heard it as well. Larkin out to the 1-0 lead, and they go quickly into full court pressure here. See if Elgin can get through it. They do. Izzy Castro down, low post, another quick pass, fouled and counted. That's Trinity Evans. She's going to go to the line for the and one.
Both teams coming off one loss, so both teams are going to be hungry for the win. Both teams want this win, so they're both going to be playing aggressive, get into the line, getting them layups, and trying to shoot the three-point shot.
Can't convert the and one. Larkin comes down with the rebound, and Carter with it now in her hands. Dribbles with the right. Little hesitation there, top of the key. Dishes off far side. Little 10-footer is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for 25, Gabrielle Plouch. Nearly a over and back violation. Now skip pass far side. Izzy Vidalo, no, off the front part. Rebound controlled by Elgin, and that one is picked off by Carter. Right here in the near side before, or in front of rather, the scorer's table. So everything pretty quiet here so far. 3-2 the score. The visiting team, the Larkin Royals, wearing, of course, royal blue with the lead. Carter with it, wearing number 0. Low post, into the hands of Johnson, back to Carter for 3. Back part, no. Rebound taken down by Izzy Vidello.
Almost a minute and a half already into this game. Both teams, 3 fouls combined in this game, and both teams are going to want to keep it clean if they want to have a shot to win this rivalry matchup.
Castro with a nice baseline attack. The rebound was taken down, and a foul committed on the floor, they say. So Elgin's going to be right underneath their own goal. We'll see what happens here. Into the hands of Weisup. Weisup, little 5-footer, tries the glass, no. And rebound for Athena. Sinai McPherson, there's Bailey Johnson, strong move, try the dish pass, it gets hit and knocked out of bounds, and Larkin going to keep it on their half of the floor. Head coaches for both of these teams, Dr. Nick Bumbalis, who you see in the right part of your screen right there, and Coach Steve Knapp, who we'll see, I'm sure, throughout the evening here tonight. Not a whole lot of scoring to report here, as that pass is knocked and goes out of bounds. This gym got an entire facelift about 4 or 5 years ago from the original floor surface that they had since that 72-73 season. It was definitely time for it. And the lighting upgraded as that 3 is a little bit short. Rebound there back to Larkin off the fingertips of Carter, and now into the hands of the Maroons. Quickly down the floor, off the glass, good!
One key for Elgin is to look for the two tallest players on the floor, Castro and Wysip. All the points so far coming in through the paint. Let's see if they can keep that up, or let's see what they change.
That was Bardessi with the lay-in there on that last trip down. Here's Carter, strong move, cradles with the right off the glass, and it's good. Carter with a nice take, she's got two. Anyhow, in terms of the upgrades made in this gym, brand new floor, new lighting, new scoreboard, new bleachers, everything brand new in here, and it looks great. In fact, when we were setting up, Athletic Director Paul Pennington, we were moving some of the barriers. He said, be careful with the floor. He didn't want us to scrape the floor. Three on the way, no, rebound, yes, oh, it's loose down on the floor, and here comes the Royals. That's Carter with it, dribbles between the right and the left. Hesitation dribble there, tried to dish down low, but the passing lane is clogged up by Izzy Vidello. And Larkin's gonna keep it on their half of the floor.
Elgin playing good defense. Both teams actually playing good defense. Coming in this one, you expected to see the physical matchup with these two teams hungry for a win, and that's what we're seeing.
Right, like I said, you can't discount, you know, you look at the records, you know, whatever, Elgin's had a tough season, but when you play in your rivals, sometimes you just come up with a little extra, and so far Elgin's done a decent job of staying with the Royals here. We've got a little bit of back and forth as that one is turned over. Bailey Johnson, no-look dish, far side. Strong move, shot blocked. And another strong effort up on the glass. She is fouled and will head to the line. That is Sine McPherson.
Both teams not shooting behind the three-point line. Both teams finding the points in the paint, being aggressive just like we expected coming in this game. It'll be, let's see what can, a lot of things can change when teams start shooting beyond the three-point arc, so let's see if that happens.
That one rattles around, you heard it. McPherson, a lefty. Got our first substitution now for Larkin. Looks like Yesenia Escobar, number 4, coming into the game. Second one on the way, nothing but the bottom of the net. It's good. Larkin now with a 3-point advantage. Escobar checking in, making sure we get our score sheets updated here.
There's the first 3-point shot we've seen tonight. No good.
It was Trinity Evans trying to save it before it went out of bounds. The official right on top of it. She did. 4:44 remaining here in the first period. First quarter. Carter to Escobar. Now try to get it inside. Back to McPherson. McPherson with the left hand finds Johnson. Johnson, strong move. Go around. Try the reverse. No good. Back to Carter. Carter, little 8-footer. Back part. It won't go. And rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Maroons.
Haven't seen so many turnovers in this game. Both teams playing a careful minute on the defensive side. That's been two things that both teams have been doing well. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Carter slaps it, gets it right back. Step back for the 3, no. Bailey Johnson, strong post play, puts it up with the right hand. She is fouled from behind. It looks like by Evans, and that is 2 fouls Evans has picked up here in the first quarter. And I think the Maroons are gonna substitute her out as we see 25, Alexia Martinez in front of the scorers table, as Coach Bumbalis there has got to be aware of the foul situation. First one there by Bailey Johnson is good. Again, Johnson, a 1,000-point plus score for career-wise for the Larkin Royals, and with that free throw, of course, adds to that large total that she's already got. Brings it out. The next one on the way from the forehead is also good. 2 for Johnson. All of their starters now have scored for the Royals.
Most of this game has just been whistles and free throws.
Yeah, kind of a slow pace right now, choppy. 4:15 still up there on the clock in the first period, first quarter. 9-4, the visiting Larkin Royals with that lead.
Tension's high in this game. Both teams hungry for this win. Both teams are going to do whatever it takes.
Wysip tried to get it down in the corner to Izzy Castro, but it was tapped out by the Royals. There we get to see Coach Steve Knapp right there wearing the blue on his feet. Nice drive there. Switch from the right to the left. Off the glass. Izzy Castro in the scoring column now for the Maroons.
Larkin spreading the ball around, not letting one person without points. Trying to spread the ball, getting points to every possession.
Escobar back to McPherson. McPherson now Carter thought about a long three. Good defense there by Vidello. McPherson with again strong move, offensive foul, and taking the charge there for the Maroons. Looked like number 13, Alyssa Weissep. Those charges, when you take those shots, a badge of honor. A lot of teams like to keep track of that and hand out awards for players that take those charges, Ryan.
Yeah, 3-point deficit. Logan got the 3-point lead, first quarter, 3 minutes, 40 seconds left.
McPherson has taken a seat, and coming in for her, number 10, Milena Davis, 3 on the way, no. And just like that, Milena gets the rebound for Larkin. Davis with it. Looks up, finds Klausch. To Escobar, no. Rebound, Elgin Maroons. That one is tapped out of play. It trickles out of bounds. 9-6 your score. The Royals with the lead on Crosstown night here, February 3rd, 2023, 23-23. It's Michael Jordan Day. 3 on the way, nothing. Rebound by Vidello. Vidello gets it up top to Martinez. Hand off to Izzy Castro. Izzy Castro underneath, bounce pass coming our way to Weissep. Weissep gives it up to Vidello again, and they're going to reset. Another handoff to Bardessi. Bardessi, corner pass, Castro, 3! That one will not go. And last touched by the Maroons, and the Royals are going to take over and head now left to right across your screen.
Elgin shooting cold from the 3-point line, 0 for 3 in this game, trying to still find the first one to fall.
Carter with it, gets it to Escobar, bounce pass down to Bailey. Bailey Johnson steps back, and a strong move off the glass. It's good. She's got 4 and leads her team in scoring here in the first quarter.
Even with a hand in her face, she's still able to get the points to fall. Good aggression by her.
Bardessi tried to take it herself. Johnson blocks the shot. It goes out of bounds.
Looks like we had a little bit of a stare after that block by Johnson.
All right, we've got a substitution in now for the Royals, wearing 30. Don't have her on the roster, unfortunately, so we'll have to take care of that at halftime. Jump ball, arrow says it's going to go back left to right. See some of the instruments there from the Elgin High School band. We'll be listening to them play all night. I don't know about you, but I do like those bleachers that are kind of behind the basket as the three's on the way by Carter.
Yeah, we don't see that often.
Rebound.
Just like we don't see a big Jumbotron scoreboard in gyms.
Escobar had the rebound, but it was blocked. Here's another block. Bodies all over on the floor. It's going to get tied up. Jump ball says it's going to stay on this half of the floor. Substitution now for the Maroons is going to be 0-0 Amaya Dixon. Three on the way, back part, no. Rebound, Johnson tapped around right into the hands of Weissep. Weissep trying to get it up, and she is blocked there by our new substitute, number 30 for the Royals, as Carter does the ball handling for the Royals.
The Maroons struggling to put the ball in the basket.
That one is in and good for Milena Davis. I believe they just gave her a conventional 2 for that as she was just inside the arc. Larkin now widening the gap scoring-wise.
7-point lead for Larkin.
That one goes for Izzy Castro. Izzy Castro's now got 4 for the Maroons. So just when Larkin starts to widen the scoring gap a little bit, Elgin hanging in there. Pass down low to Johnson, picks up a double team. That one's tapped away. Bodies again on the floor. Ball into the hands of Weissep. And Castro with it. Now she's down on the floor. That one's tied up. Another jump ball, and it's going to stay on the right-hand side of the floor in our perspective, and the one that you're seeing on your screen there.
Just under a minute left, 5-point lead for Larkin as they lead the Maroons 13-8. in this rivalry matchup.
Escobar checks out, Plouch checks back in. Plouch for three, front, no, rebound. Bailey Johnson in the paint, can't get it up. She is triple teamed down there low. Pass goes back out to Davis, and that one is picked off. Whoa, maybe a hip thrown there, a little bit of extracurricular, Ryan. But you said the emotions and the tensions get high when you're playing that crosstown rival.
We're seeing a little bit of swag and attitude by both of these teams as they're making their mark known, letting each other know it as well.
Bardesi checks out. Izzy Vidello is back in the game now for the Maroons. She's wearing those green shoes you see there. Johnson, three, no. Rebound by Mystery Woman 30, and now back into the hands of Mystery Woman 30. That one is stripped away. Wow, a lot of physicality down there on the floor. Gosh, and Ryan, we forgot to tell folks that this quarter is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for a brand new or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. And through traffic, tough off the board, glass rather. Shot is no good. Castro, pesky. Carter is blocked. That by Castro. She's doing it on both ends of the floor.
That whole sequence was all Castro.
And it was. Larkin's going to get one more chance here as Carter is going to inbound here on the near side, right in front of the Elgin Maroon bench. Carter off the fingertips, taken away, and a long distance three off the glass. It almost went. That was Izzy Vidello with that. I think it was Izzy as we came there. I was going between the screen we're watching and live action. So at any rate, at the end of the first quarter here, crosstown game, it is the visiting Larkin Royals, the Lady Royals 13, Lady Maroons 8.
Elgin is all smiles after that last play. Although it didn't go in, it still gives them hope.
Tell you what, let's take a look at that last shot there from half court. We'll correctly identify who shot that ball as we have the custom heating and cooling replay coming your way. Wait for the truck to rack it up. Here it comes. Oh, we just run it back. Go ahead and run it back. Keep it live and just run it back. There we go. Yeah, it was Izzy Vidello there with those green shoes. Got the Larkin High School cheerleaders here tonight as well. I think the Elgin High School cheerleaders will also be here for the boys game a little bit later on this evening. 7 o'clock start, Central Time. Thanks for being here, everybody. Ben Erickson alongside student announcer Ryan Lewin. Ryan, you've done a handful of games so far this year, and it seems like something you're really liking, isn't it?
Oh yes, this is something I love doing. It's always been a dream of mine coming into this high school. And here I am, and I hope to get better each time I do it because it's such a pleasure to be able to have this opportunity.
Well said. Fresh 8 on the clock. Elgin Maroons with it. It's tapped away. McPherson, it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Royals. The official right on top of that. So right in front of the Larkin Royal bench, we've got
Castro.
Jocelyn Bardesi was going to inbound. And sorry, you said a substitution. Amaya Dixon. 0 coming out of the game.
And for Elgin Maroons, we have Miss Castro coming back in this game after having an exciting first quarter.
Big skip pass down to the low block, and she picked up the feet. Nice lofty pass. It got over everybody into the hands of Trinity Evans, but they said the feet slid a little bit, and it's going to come back the other way. 13-8, Larkin with that advantage. 5-point lead it is. Boy, Ryan, the next game, boys varsity game, a couple of Hall of Famers going to call that one. Jeff Myers, probably the most recognizable voice in the city of Elgin, and one could even argue in the greater Fox Valley area as Carter launches a three. No, rebound taken down by Castro. Castro now, it's a 1-on-2, kicks it back out to the outside. Vidello for three. No, off the back part. And it is now controlled again by the Royals. Into the hands of Plouch. Plouch looks up to Carter. Carter off her fingertips. Goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch, though, by Elgin. Maybe that's why Carter wasn't able to handle it that time.
One thing that both teams are doing well is keeping their turnovers to a minimum.
Back to our conversation for the next game. Jeff Myers will have the play-by-play call, and then fellow Hall of Famer, IBCA Hall of Famer Jim Hinkle. Coach Hinkle, long-time basketball coach in the area. Starting off in the area at, I think, what they called Dundee High School, or then would later become Dundee Crown High School. And then coached some years at the junior college level over at Elgin Community College. Took some time off to watch his own sons play, and then finished up his career at Jacobs High School, a place that we love to go during the holidays for that nice holiday tournament. You know, Ryan, Elgin High School has got the boys, they have their own boys holiday tournament back here, so we got a 3 on the way, a little bit too much, rebound by Vidello. And we actually started doing holiday tournament coverage here at Elgin High School. We did it for a few years, and then things just didn't work out number-wise in terms of teams that were coming and the amount of labor and things that were going on. And that tournament went on hiatus only to return this past Christmas. So the Elgin High School Holiday Tournament is back, and that's something that they're trying to build up. So my dream would be to have 2 crews, one continue to cover Jacobs, and then another crew come here and cover both tournaments on 2 different channels.
Anything is possible. I would love to do that. That would be something that I think all Beacon students would love to do.
Timeouts, and that's going to give us a chance to tell you about our friends at Custom Heating and Cooling. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. And I would venture to guess that everybody's furnaces have been running double time this last week. As boy, that temperature sure took a dip today, as it is below 0 here in these parts. So if perhaps you're a family member watching from somewhere far away, say, oh, I don't know, Florida, Arizona, hope you're enjoying the weather down there. But I wouldn't enjoy the season changing if we didn't have this cold, miserable weather, would we? Nope. The sun was actually out yesterday, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah, but this morning was -4 degrees out. Nothing that I believe a lot of people like. So we definitely want some better weather over here.
All right, back we are. Live game action. 3 on the way, way up in the air. No. And the rebound taken down and now blocked and fouled from behind was Izzy Vidello. Again, all the Larkin starters are in the scoring column. Melina Davis, the lone player off the bench with a field goal for Larkin at this point. 13-8, a pretty low scoring affair here. Castro, nice quick rebound into the hands of Escobar. Escobar, kind of a give and a go. Escobar is blocked from underneath. Bounce pass back to McPherson. Pretty good dribbling ability there as Plausch puts up the rebound and is fouled. And she's going to head to the line for the first time here this evening.
We have not seen much action in this second quarter besides free throw attempts and more whistles. It's still 13-8. Larkin lead, 5:48 left in this first half. Let's see if we can get a more exciting matchup coming in this further minutes of play. First free throw's no good for Larkin, as the second one's pending.
Field house starting to fill up here a little bit. If you tuned in early for the first quarter, you probably saw, I don't know, 75% less bodies on the opposite side of the floor. That one is good for Plausch. 1 for 2 from the line she is tonight. Things here on the near side are actually filling up quite a bit, so it's always awesome to see this place when it's rocking. I don't know how many can seat. I would guess somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 4,000 maybe. But I have been to some games here years ago in the early 90s where the place was packed as that one off the glass is good for Evans. Evans has now got 4 for the Maroons. Had been here for some postseason games or even Elgin Larkin games. Ryan, they used to have another set of bleachers that rolled out to the opposite side where we see right now where our camera guy is. There used to be another set of bleachers that would sit there, and And this thing became a really nice kind of a bowl.
Just like we have
Just
over
like
here.
over there, yeah, on the other side of the floor. And
I should have
man,
kept
this
it.
place was rocking and rolling. You know, the other place that I used to really enjoy seeing games as Carter checks back into the game for Athena Arelenis, and I know I'm killing that name, Larkin High School is an interesting place to see a game when it's packed because the bleachers literally go floor to ceiling all the way in the back. Left-handed effort is good for McPherson. Sinai McPherson now has 4. But when you put a few thousand people in that Larkin High School gym, boy, that place moves. So both of these venues are great places to see basketball games. Of course, the long history of the Elgin Maroons, the high school in and of itself, founded just a little bit after the Civil War. And you can see up in the rafters there as that effort goes up, rolls around. Johnson, strong move off the glass, and she will not be denied. It's good. Bailey Johnson has got 6, but one of the neat things tradition-wise is up in the rafters, I think it would be, the east side of the gym, they've got kind of a banner for every single graduating class. Yeah, right there, every single class. So if you pan to the left, you've got 1924, and it just keeps going lower and lower and lower. There's 1972, that was my mom's graduating year right there, but it's kind of a neat thing. This is the only gym, I think, that I've ever really seen graduation banners like that.
Yeah, it's something we don't see often, and to have it in this venue, one of the greatest venues in this Upstate 8 Conference, Elgin High School gym. It's an amazing place, amazing history, amazing atmosphere.
18-10 your score as we talk about some of the history here in this building. Again, Elgin High School in this configuration would have opened up in the 1972-1973 school year, so you've got a great deal of local people from those years where if you ask, well, what school did you graduate from? Elgin. Which one? The old one or the new one? The old Elgin High School, as that lay in there, is good for Wysep. That's her first score of the evening. The old Elgin High School, Ryan, is where the U46 district building is. So all the offices. That was the old Elgin High School. Yeah, downtown Elgin. Multiple floors. I think it's got 4 or 5 floors, maybe. That's an interesting building if you've ever been in there. They've got a really cool, an old theater that kind of reminds you of Ford's Theater, the one where Lincoln was shot down in Washington, D.C. But above the theater is a small gymnasium. As this 3 is on the way by Carter, won't go. But there's a gym above the auditorium, swatted away there by Isabella Vidalo. And a good block for Izzy. But yeah, that's an interesting building. If you ever get a chance to go through there or take a tour, it's an interesting place to be. And speaking of U46, some big news this week, right? Our superintendent, Dr. Tony Sanders, is headed to bigger things as he will assume the role of, or actually already has assumed the role of, the superintendent for not just a school district, but every school, every public school in the state of Illinois. So. Wow. Dr. Sanders, we wish you well. I've known him for about 14 years. And when I first came here and started teaching in the Beacon program, he was the director of communications. So he was a guy that I would deal with all the time. In fact, a guy that I bothered so much to get the radio station back, 88.9 WEPS, he was my contact. So I think I got to know him through bothering him. But Dr. Sanders on to a bigger role in the state of Illinois as we bring things back here to Chesbrough Field House. 18-12, Larkin with the lead. Still a pretty quiet first half. We've seen some physical play. We've seen bodies down on the floor, a lot of jump ball situations here as Johnson heads to the line.
Yeah, one thing we've seen here by Larkin is their ability to dominate on defenses. They have way too many blocks against this Elgin offense. They've been dominating.
Bailey now 2 for 3 from the line as that pass by Vidalo is tracked down by Castro. Castro tries the low bounce pass and it is knocked out of bounds. That bounce pass was supposed to go to Wysep, but at any rate, it goes out of play. Student section for the Elgin Maroons is opposite us. You'll see them there. They've got an Elgin Maroon flag draped over the first couple of rows there, right off half court, center court. Good ball passing now by the Royals. Shot off the glass, no. Rebound by Trinity Evans. Cross half court. Izzy Castro hands it off to Vidello. Vidello again with those green, it looks like yellow or orange shoes on. Nice strong move there. Denied though by Carter. Looking for the foul, didn't get it. And that one now off the glass. No, Johnson off her forehead. Evans rebound. Sorry, that was McPherson with the rebound. Carter now with it again. Around with the right, cradles it up off the glass. No. And Izzy Vidello with it. Gives it up as the Maroons slow things down to Bardesi. 18-12 the score here, Ryan.
Yep, Castro for the Elgin Maroons showing emotion after that last play as she's trying to get this offense back into this game as we have another foul called on the floor.
Trinity Evans was fouled. You know, we met her earlier this afternoon when the team was shooting around. We were up on a ladder. We put microphones, as you know, Ryan, but the folks at home may not know. We do put microphones up on the rim, so we get quiet here. Hopefully we'll be able to hear it. As it rolls around, I don't know if they heard it at home. I didn't hear it here, but Trinity said, "What are you guys doing?" And we said, we're putting up microphones up here for your game so we can hear when you guys make the shots." And she said, "Oh, cool." And that was it. That's the end of the story. Next one is good there for Trinity. And Trinity Evans is now 2 for 3 from the line. She hadn't had one opportunity in the first quarter. Couldn't convert, but she was flawless that trip. Brings it within 4 now for the Maroons. 3 on the way. Carter. That time I heard it hit the rim. Bailey Johnson, strong move, puts it back up. No. Slapped around and now into the hands of Castro. Castro with it, switches between the left and the right, gets it across half court. Strong move. Nice pass down low with the open player there is Alexia Martinez now in the scoring column. And Ryan, just like that, we got a 2-point game.
Yeah, just as we started off this second quarter, it looked like hope was draining for Elgin, but they just came back in it just in a heartbeat. As we got a 2-point game, 1 minute 30 seconds left in this first half. Larkin takes the 3. It's up. No good.
That was Plausch with it. Carter somehow gets the rebound. She's alone. Double team down in the corner. Throws it right off of Bardesi and keeps it on that half of the floor. Arianis. There we go. Now I said her name right. And if I didn't, it's the PA man's fault. But Arianis is back in. Bailey Johnson coming out for the first time to take a rest. Shaking her head, a little bit disappointed there. The Maroons have done a pretty good job double teaming, even triple teaming Johnson. That one, oh, nearly taken away back into the hands of the Royals. Carter right in the middle of the lane. Nice bounce pass hitting the open person. McPherson has now got 6. Lead back to 4 for the Royals. Elgin doing a pretty good job keeping it close. Again, they're 1-14 in the conference. Hard to believe, but perhaps maybe a little bit more energy, as we've referenced a couple of times, playing that crosstown rival. Jocelyn Bardesi is going to go to the line. She has not been to the line yet so far tonight, Ryan, so we'll see what she can do. 48 seconds left on the clock. Always interesting to see what momentum goes into the halftime locker room and then what adjustments are made coming out of the halftime locker room. That one is good. Now we heard it at home. There's that Trinity, there's that microphone we were talking about. As Bardesi, 3 points tonight. Chance to make it 4 and bring it within 2 if she hits this one. She does. All right, here we go. A close one. Either or any way you slice it going into the halftime locker room. Plausch with it. 41 seconds. Up top to Arianis. Back into the hands of Plausch. To McPherson. McPherson dribbles with the left. It's a nice zone pressure here applied by the Maroons. They're trying to force and challenge Larkin to take the 3, and they've taken a bunch tonight. As that rebound is up and good for the Royals, and that is a new body that we've got in there. Let you know who that is here in just a second. That was Rosetta Perez for Larkin. Shot off the glass, no. Rebound taken down by the Royals, and quickly into the hands, and a shot off the glass. It's going to be late by Izzy Castro, and at the half, the Larkin Royals have a 4-point lead. It is 22-18. Ryan, let's keep it here for just a moment. What were some of the things that you saw in the first half for both of these teams?
Well, one thing I noticed for both of these teams that they were struggling with is the ability to not get their shots up. Both teams shooting most of the shots coming from the paint, not getting them most of all. Most of that's because of the good defense by both teams. But even in such a big rivalry game like this, those points are important, so you got to capitalize when you have the chance. And if they did, the outcome of this halftime could be different. But let's see coming into the halftime locker room, and let's see what they can change.
Scoring for first, the home team, the Elgin Maroons. Trinity Evans leads her team with 6. Alyssa Weisup with 2. Isabel Castro with 4. Jocelyn Bardesi with 4. Alexia Martinez with 2. And now for the Larkin Royals, who have that 4-point lead. Mia Carter's got 2. Sine McPherson with 6. Athena Arianis with 1. Gabrielle Plausch with 3. Bailey Johnson leading her team, tied in scoring with McPherson, also with 6. And Melena Davis. Let's step away here for a second. Quick message from Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland.
Custom's employees are always staying up to date with training on the latest technology, with 5-star reviews on Google, Yelp, and Facebook. A business of Elgin, from Elgin, and for Elgin. Custom Heating and Cooling, trained, reliable, trustworthy.